before you go out and maybe buy that generic grocery store bouquet, consider the advice and expertise of my first guest. Meet Izzie Klingels, who owns Marigold and Mint, an innovative florist shop in Seattle's Pioneer Square neighborhood. And she joins me now to do a little DIY floral arranging. Welcome to New Day. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, for someone that doesn't really know where to begin, why come to a florist to do a floral arrangement versus the grocery store option?
Yeah, so if you come to a florist, we're going to pick the most beautiful, freshest blooms, and we're going to give you something a little bit more unique and different to something that you could get in the grocery store. And I think that at Valentine's Day, everyone just wants to really be considered and thought of, and it's just that extra step to thinking of someone and putting that extra thought in.
Yes, leveling up, definitely at Valentine's Day. So what are the must-haves when you're talking with the florist that you need to know about? Like, is there budget, anything you need to know going in? Yeah,
so I think a lot of florists will have a set kind of menu of things that you can get for Valentine's Day, so you'll have some things to pick from. Things that are important, if there are any favorite colors or flowers, you're going to want to communicate that. If you have a cat, tell your florist.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a cat. Why?
Because there are certain flowers that are actually poisonous to cats or toxic, so you want to avoid those. Lilies are very bad for cats.
I was going to ask, is there anything off the top? Okay. Yeah. I have a lot of roses in my house.
Roses
are those
fine.
Okay?
Yeah,
okay, because he does eat those and play with. As you're saying that, I'm like, uh-oh. Okay, well, you're gonna show me. We can get started on how to kind of build out one, but while we're doing this, I guess, walk me through the tips. Is this a vessel that you need to pick?
Yes, so I've chosen this vintage.
I love it.
Vessel.
This is right up my alley.
You like pink?
Oh,
I
I'm
like
obsessed.
pink too.
I'm very we gotta talk about this eventually, but this is stunning.
So whatever vessel you use, I find it really useful to put a bit of chicken wire, and you're just going to kind of scrunch it up a little bit like this into sort of half a ball and stick it in. And that's just going to give you something for your stems to kind of hold on to and stick into. Wow. And I would also do, where's my scissors? A little bit of tape.
Okay.
Just to hold it.
And this is nice because I can see your finish over here, and you can't even see it when you're looking unless you're really putting the camera over that.
And this is like a waterproof florist tape. Yeah. So you're just going to do that.
Okay.
And across, and that's going to hold it.
Love it.
Okay, so we can just
we're
continue
working with
this
today.
Yeah.
Tulips, I see.
Tulips.
Beautiful.
I love tulips. One of my favorite spring flowers. And what's great about tulips is they come in so many different colors. And you can get them anywhere. Literally, this is something you can get in your grocery store.
But you can still elevate, I guess, to your point. If you want to DIY, you can go to Trader Joe's, but you can, take it to the next level.
Yeah, buy a few bunches of tulips and colors you like at Trader Joe's, and you're ready.
I love it. And did you cut the stems there, or are you just doing it for different heights, or what are you doing there?
Yeah, we're just gonna, to make an arrangement look really pretty, you want to have lots of different heights, and you want to have flowers kind of coming out, and you can see on this one, you have some sort of ins and outs and
you even
flowers.
Have oranges over here.
Yes, we do.
I mean,
citrus
this is spectacular.
Season in California, so we've got some of those.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how are you putting these in?
Well, so I have this useful, excuse me, thing that you can spin round and see from every side. And then I'm just going to kind of start building this out. And you can really just kind of put these anywhere. You want it to feel nice and full, so lots of different directions. Yes. And then some in the middle, so that if you're looking at it from
all angles
above, you're not going to see, the wire and the tape. You're going to see flowers. Yes. Do you want to try one?
I would love to try one.
What color do you like?
Oh, pink.
Of course,
you know. Okay. And you got to talk. Some are open. Is that like strategic, or what is?
Yeah. So tulips are really interesting as well because they start out with this kind of really closed shape, and then when they have been around for a little bit, they open right up. So they have this really lovely kind of different stages of life, and each one is beautiful.
I love that. Okay. And talk to me about Marigold and Mint too. How long have you been in business, and where does this passion come from?
So when I moved to Seattle in 2010.
Okay.
It's a long time ago. And I worked as an illustrator in London. And when I moved to Seattle, I met Catherine Anderson, who was the original owner of Marigold and Mint and who also owned the London Plane.
Wow. Okay,
Also in
yes,
Pioneer Square.
yeah.
And I did some illustration for her, and she was opening a flower shop. She kindly let me work there and taught me really everything I know about flowers, and it became more and more of an interest and a passion for me over the last, 12 years, 13 years.
Wow.
And yeah,
I
here I
love
am.
that so much. And talk to me about some of these other flowers over here. What are some of these other things happening that are in season?
So we have lots of beautiful things like anemones coming through now, these sweet peas. We have got some roses that are not in season here. There is not very much in season in Seattle in February.
Fair enough.
So we're getting lots of things from California.
Yes.
And we have the great Seattle Growers Market here, and Mayesh, which brings a lot of product from California.
And is there any tips? I feel like my flowers can wilt. Really, you get this beautiful arrangement, or you get these flowers, from the grocery store, and you're so excited, and then the wilting happens. Do you have any hot tips?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I do. So what you should do is make sure that your flowers are in clean, cold water.
Okay.
Keep them away from a heat source. You don't want them to get too hot, and the most important thing is to keep topping up the water.
Really? So
Yeah.
should I dump it or just top it? Does it need to be
you can
clean?
rinse it out. It's
Okay.
better if it's clean water, but you just have to make sure that, your flowers don't run out of water. When they run out of water, your flowers are going to die.
Okay.
And often you can take flowers out if they're starting to wilt a little bit. You give them a fresh cut, and that just opens up the stem so that they can drink more water. Just pop it in.
Gosh.
And
All
it
the
should be
tips.
good. Yeah.
And, before you go today, I have to have you explain the flower arranging classes. I mean, I need to sign up for one of these clearly, but talk to me about where people can find more information.
Yeah, so you can find more information on my website. We have some spring flower arranging classes come up, and we're situated between Flora and Henry and General Purpose in Pioneer Square.
Yes, I know
and General
exactly where
Purpose
that is.
makes very delicious donuts.
They sure do.
Yes. So we do our classes in their back room, which is a beautiful, airy space, and we can snack on donuts and learn how to make flowers.
I mean, win-win. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Thank you so much for being here. This was so amazing, and you got me prepped for Valentine's
Great.
Day.
I hope you'll make a tulip arrangement yourself. All right.
I will.
Okay, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.